Are you planning your next trip but not sure where to start? Whether you're looking for the best hotel deals, flight bundles, or hidden gems around the world, today's video got you covered. I'm diving into some of the top platforms that make travel planning easier, more affordable, and way less stressful. If you are ready to book smarter and travel better, stick around, this one is for you. So the first platform I'm going to explore is Booking.com. And whenever you log in Booking, you will find yourself landing in this page. In this page, you can see that you have some options on the top, some tabs on the top, a search bar, and a home page. Starting with these options on the top, you can see the top option as an option for selecting the currency through which you want to deal on Booking.com. So if you want to deal with your native currency, this is an option in Booking. Next is the language. You can also choose your native language. Next is this customer service icon. So if you have any inquiry or question, you can head to this customer service section. Next is listing your property, which I'm going to leave to the end of this video. Then we have 5 different tabs, starting with the first one, which is stays. And in stays, you are searching for a place to stay in while traveling to a specific country. So if I chose stays, Booking will start to give me some offers that it finds suitable for me and for my preferences. Starting with these offers, that gives you 20%. So if I chose it, for example, you can see some destinations that give you 20%, like Istanbul, Dubai, Cairo, Athens. So you can see that this cost, and I'm going to change the currency to dollars so that anyone who is watching this video will understand the quantity of the money for each trip. So I'm going to use United States dollar. And now you can see that going to Istanbul may cost you only $19 per night, and Dubai $16 per night, and even Cairo $6 per night. So there are so amazing prices in the section. Now heading back to the previous page, you can see that you can also choose holiday rentals. So you can rent a full apartment in St. Antonius in Amsterdam, for example, for $685. You can also choose Parkview apartment, and you can see that there are reviews and rating for each of these homes. So of course you will try to find something with a higher rate and higher number of reviews, because this gives it more credibility. So of these 4 choices, if I'm going to choose, I will go with either this place in Amsterdam or this white luxury penthouse, because it has the highest number of reviews. And you can also check the description of these places from this word written next to the rating. Here these 4 places have the word exceptional, which means that they got outstanding reviews. You can also find more homes in Spain, Italy, France, Greece, and Switzerland. And the three privileges of what Booking provides for you is that there are no hidden fees. So the fees that you will find on each place will be the exact fees you will pay, and also instant confirmation. So if you are in a hurry, you can just click on confirm or click on book, and it will be booked directly. Third one is flexibility. So in case you have a busy schedule and you found that you cannot take a day off at the time that you were supposed to go on holiday, you can always cancel without any fees. You can also choose the specific type of rental that you want. So if you want something luxurious and big, you can always go to villas. If you want something like small, you can go to camping. You can also go to midway between them, like houses, chalets, and apartments. You can also head to extra services where you can ask for places with additional services like housekeeping, like front desks, so you can find these options as well. You can also find entire places from this section. You can also find family places where you can stay with your whole family. And you can find places which are more suitable to get with your friends. You can find weekend or week-long trips. So all these are suggestions. Booking is trying to help you to find what suits your trip. So if you are confused with all these options and you don't know what to choose, you'll find Booking gives you heads up where it will tell you that this place is for family, this place is for friends, this place is cozy and for relaxing, this place is for adventures. So it will give you like headlines so that you can choose from these wide options the best option for you. Going back to the previous page, you can also find trending destinations where it will change based on where you are located. So if you are in the United States, for example, Booking will get like a survey of the places that most of the USA travelers went to, because it will like depend that your taste will be like most of the residents in your country. So since I am from Egypt, it will give me like destinations which most Egyptians go to, like Cairo, Hurghada, Mecca, Dubai, and Alexandria. You can also see places with 10% discounts on stays. So if I clicked on this one, you can find that this 10% discount will increase the more levels you achieve. And to increase the levels that you are at, you need to complete bookings in 2 years so that you can reach higher level, and the higher the level is, the higher the privileges are. So for example, in level 1 I got 10% discount on stays and 10% discount on rental cars. If I increase to level 2, the 10% will may increase to 15%, and the rental cars also will maybe increase to 15%. After level 3, the 15% will be even 20%. You can also see that there are some advantages like free breakfasts and free room upgrades when you reach level 2, while level 3 will be priority support on stays. So this depends on how active you are on Booking.com. You can also see that there are top unique properties suggested by Booking.com, like this place in Poland. You can see that its rating is amazing. It's 9.6 and given by 91 reviews. Also this place in Poland, Germany, and Germany too. You can also see all the internal trips in Egypt. So if again you are in the United States, you'll find that this section will got all the internal destinations in the USA. And you can also check the type of stays based on the property type. So if you want something with room services and without having to make any effort while cleaning and preparing your meals, you will get to hotels. If you want like a cozy apartment, like a place that you rent with your family or your friends or your wife, but you will do all the cleaning and preparing the food stuff and things like this, you can head to apartments. If you want a place to relax or to stay or to spend your honeymoon, you can choose resorts. And if you want something luxurious, you can head to villas. You can also see that there are some privileges of booking displayed in this section, starting with that you can book now without paying any money. You just will book and you will pay once you receive the keys to the apartment or the place that you will stay in. Also, there are 2 million properties worldwide, so there are plenty much options for almost all tastes around the world. And the third privilege is the customer service. It's available 24/7, always, all the time. Now you can also see popular searches among travelers from Egypt or from your domestic region. So in my domestic region, I can see that people almost always search for domestic cities, international cities, regions, countries, and places to stay. So, and in this section, you can choose popular keywords chosen by travelers from Egypt, and each one, after clicking, will give you even more choices. So for example, domestic cities will give you like Cairo hotels, like 6th of October hotels, which are related to domestic cities. In international cities, it will also give you the same, some other keywords which are related to this main keyword. Now let's head on and choose to book our trip to some place. So let's say I want to go to a specific place. I can write it in the search bar, and by clicking on it, it will start giving me some suggestions. For example, Cairo, Hurghada, Sharm el-Sheikh, Alexandria, and Paris. It will also ask me about my check-in date and check-out date based on my schedule. Then it will ask me about the number of adults and children and the number of rooms I want. So let's suppose I want a trip to the United States, let's say New York. Then the check-in date and check-out date will be from 1 September to 8 September. Then the number of adults, children, and the rooms are let's say 6 adults, like a whole family and 1 child. Then it will ask me about the age, so that it will place this child in his specific group, because of course a child of 1 year old is not like this, is not the same as a child of 12 years old. So I am going to say, for example, 1 year old. Then I will ask for 3 rooms, and whether there are any pets or not. There are no pets, because some places are not pets tolerant. So I'm going to make this as off. Then I'm going to click on search and see the available choices. Now it will give you the number of properties available. You can also view these properties as list or grid view based on what is more relaxing to your eyes. Then you will be able to sort these places based on a specific preference. So the first choice is topics for long stays. This is in case you have a long trip, 1 month or even more. Next is homes and apartments first. This is in case you don't want to stay in a resort or an hotel, but you want something which is more family based. Next is the price, which is, to be honest, the first choice that most of us will select is to sort places with the price from lowest to highest, because most of us like to go to a specific country while going on a trip which is budget friendly, that we will not have to spend so much money in it. Next is price highest first, which is not commonly used. Next is best reviewed and lowest price. This is amazing because you get something with a high quality and low price. Next is property rating, and this is also one of the most commonly chosen options, because some people like quality over budget, because some people have the money to spend nice time at a specific country, so they search for quality, and they don't give a lot of they don't give a lot of caring about the money itself. Next is property rating, low to high, and this it may be chosen so that you can add some places to your blacklist, so that you can get the places with the low rating and blacklist them. Next is property rating and price. So you combine between both rating and price. Next is distance from city center. This is in case you want something which is which is closer to the services provided by the city. Next is top reviewed. This is also the same as property rating, I think, but the difference is that property rating will only cares about how many stores this place got, or how many out of 10 this place got. But in case of top reviewed, it gathers between both the number of reviews and the rating itself. Next is Genius discounts first, and also this is for people who wants something with a discount, because these places are of higher cost, and hence will give us a higher quality over the price given at specific months, because it's a discount at this current month. So people consider these things as like opportunities that pop ups in a specific month or in a specific season. So it depends on you. To me, I like to choose best reviewed and lowest price. So now these are the results. So the first suggestion is a 3 bedrooms apartment which exists in Lower East Side of New York. So you can see all the information here. You can see its location on the map. You can see how distant it is from the center of the metro axis. You can also see whether it's recommended or not. You can see some other information like the number of bedrooms, the living rooms, the bathrooms, the kitchen, even some of the furniture in this place. You can see images. You can also see how much time it is available for, the number of adults, the child, which is the same criteria that I placed. You can also see how much it will cost and how much it originally cost, so it has a discount. You can also see the taxes, so it's pretty expensive, to be honest. I didn't expect it to be that expensive. You can also see that it's new to booking.com, so it has been listed shortly. You can also click on here to see the availability of this apartment. So by starting or by clicking on this ad, you can see more information. You can see the exact location of the apartment. You can also access it from the maps. You can see all the images, so it looks cozy and luxurious. You can also see that it has all the details in here. The entire place is yours, which means that you are not renting a room or something. You are renting the whole apartment. It gives you the size of the apartment. The bathroom is private. There is free Wi-Fi. There is a balcony. Beds are allowed, so it's bed friendly. There is a kitchen. There is air conditioning. There is a bath, and there is washing machine. You can also see that once you reserve this apartment, the money is non-refundable and you have to pay online. So it's not as flexible as other options. And if you want to reserve, you can just click on here and you will go on to this process. You can also save it so that you can check it later if you didn't make up your mind yet. You can see a description in here, the most popular facilities, and if we scroll down, you will be able to see all the reviews. So 10 exceptional based on 7 guests reviews from several other travel websites. You can see the most commonly asked questions by travelers, the surroundings of the property, what is nearby, top attractions, public transport available or not, the closest airports, restaurants, natural beauty or landscape. You can also see some other details, like all the details which are related to the apartment and the surrounding of the apartment. And now you can also share your feedback. And here you can see the rules that are published by the owner of the housing or the property. So in this property especially, the check-in is 2 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. Then the checkout is from midnight to 11 a.m. The cancellation vary according to the accommodation type, and you can also see the conditions that apply to each option by clicking on this link. You can also see that the child policy, that children are welcome from 0 to 2 years, they are available and for free. How above the 2 years it will cost you money. Age restriction, the minimum age for check-in is 18, which means that the person who is responsible for the check-in must be 18 or older. The smoking is not allowed, the parties are not allowed, the quiet hours, which means that guests shall not make any noise during these hours, are from 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. so this place is not party friendly, and pets are allowed as well. Now this is like additional information that are customized as per each property owner. This owner wants a photo identification and credit card upon check-in. He also wants the property to be empty from hen, stag, or similar parties, and also asks for specific quiet hours. And here are some frequently asked questions. So this tab is the overview tab. We have other multiple tabs, including apartment info and price. So if you clicked on any of these tabs, it will just redirect you to the specific part of the image of the page that contains this info. So once you are done, and if you are satisfied with this result and this housing, you can go to reserve and click on it. Then it will give you all the details about your price for 1 week, which is $6,160. So if you are satisfied, you can click on I will reserve. Once you do this, you will start entering your personal info like your address, your phone number, your contact information. You need also to write your full guest name, and you can also add some privileges to your stay, like a car rental, and it will give you 20% off, or even private airport taxes. You can also mention any special requests to your application. You can write your estimated arrival time, so that if you reserved a transportation, it will be awaiting for you at this time. You can also ask for cots and extra beds by clicking on this checkbox and choose the age of the child. And now you just need to read again these rules that are placed by the house owner. And if you are done, you can click on next or final details. Then you will just insert your payment information, like your card number and stuff like this, and proceed to reservation. So this is basically the first tab, which was the stays. If we move to the next tab, which is the flights, you will see that you can't only reserve housing or a stay with booking, but you can also reserve the flight ticket from it. So if you choose flights, for example, you can see that we have first an option to choose whether this trip is one-way, round trip, or multi-city. You can choose your pickup point and your destination, let's say Saudi Arabia, for example. Then you just need to mention the date of departure and the date of return in case of its round trip. But if it's one way, you will just have a single cell of the date of departure. Then you need to specify the number of tickets that you are reserving. You can reserve for adults, for the students over 18 has different price, for seniors have different price, and each one of these sections has its own price. After specifying the travelers, you can specify the type of ticket. So we have the cabin class, economy, premium economy, business, and first. So this is the section for flights. You can also book car rentals from booking.com. Using this option, you can specify your pickup location, like an airport or a station. Next is pickup date, the time, the drop-off date, and the time. Then you can choose whether driver aged from 30 to 65 or drop car off at a different location. So these are two options that you can use in your search and include them. So once you click on search, let's click on search again. It will search on the best deals in the top companies like Gold Car, for example. And now it will give you all these options that you can sort again based on price, top reviewed, distance, and discounts. And after finding these results, you can see that you can filter them based on the size of the car. So you can choose like premium or large car, or you can choose a small car based on your package and the number of individuals that are traveling. Now you can see that you can also filter them based on location, based on transmission, on supplier, and the amount of kilometers that you are going to travel. So if you want something unlimited, you can go there. You can also choose the car category and the price per day. You can choose number of seats, so that if you are a large family, you can choose something which is 6+ seats. If it's a regular car, then you can just go with the 4 seats. You can choose review score of higher than 9 if you are seeking something of the top reviews. However, if it's not a big deal for you, you can just go with good. You can also choose if you want to pay now or pay at pickup. However, there are none of them available as pay at pickup. All of them are pay now. Also, you can choose the car specs if you want air conditioning or any specific features. You can also choose the deposit required at pickup and the fuel policy. So if I sorted these drives by the price, lowest first, you can see that we have Mitsubishi Mirage for $255, and this price is for 3 days. And you also have one free additional driver, and this is available at Jersey City downtown. So it's automatic, 4 seats available, 1 large bag, 1 small bag, and unlimited mileage. So if you like this deal, you can go with view deal here, where you will find all the information. So you can see the overview that we saw before. You can see the rating, the number of reviews. You can also see how did it get these reviews. So most of the people are voting for the helpfulness as 8.8. You can see the pickup and drop off information, the price breakdown. You can also see that these are the things that are are best featured for this car. You can also see the included in the price, and you can see some rules for you. So you need to arrive on time, and there are things to bring with you, which are passport or national ID. All drivers to provide their driver's license. This is a must, so that it gives you like a feeling of security and credibility. You need also to get your credit card in the main driver's name to hold the security deposit. And you can also check the refundable deposit. So at pickup, the main driver will need $300 available on their credit card for a refundable security deposit. Cash and debit card are not accepted. So he will need first $300 as refundable deposit before anything. And if you find it excessive, you can always find cars with lower deposits. So if you are satisfied, you can head to continue to book and follow the same exact steps that we did with the housing or the places or apartments. And now I think that I just flipped the flights. We didn't try to get a flight, so let's try to work with the same process. So I want to go from Cairo to New York, or let's say Texas. The departure is next month and it's just one-way trip and just one adult, and I need the, let's say, the premium economy. Then search. So you got all these results that you can choose from, and each one of these flights you can see that it contains the price, the number of stops, and if there is a hotel in the package or not. So this first result you can see is $590 and it has 2 stops. Other flights may have less stops but with higher price. And let's see some flights with no stops. I don't think there will be any available with no stops because the distance is huge from Cairo to America. Yeah, so almost all has stops. So you can choose non-stop only, but I think you will not find any results. Wow, we've got some. You can see that it writes view prices. I think it's not available. So you can see that it also has one stop, Turkish Airlines. So all of them has stops because the distance is huge. So you won't find non-stop only. If you chose any of these, you'll find view prices, which means that after selecting them you will not find a specific result, but it will redirect you to more results of different specs. So there are nothing available with the specific price for no flights, for no stops. So I'm going to just cancel this filter, and you can also start sorting by trending or by cheapest. So if you are searching for something cheap, maybe that's why we chose premium economic from start. You can see that we have flights starting from $590 per person. So if we opened this flight, you can see that it gives you 3 different options. The first one is the cheapest, and the privilege is that of course you will not have to pay so much money, and it's owned by Turkish Airlines and it has 2 stops. The best is this one by also Turkish Airlines. It's somehow more expensive, but it has only 1 stop and it will save about 9 hours on you difference, which is the difference in stops. And the third one, which is the quickest and of course the most expensive, also by Turkish Airlines, and it has only 1 stop and it will only cost you it will only require 17 hours to travel. So there is no much difference between this and the previous one, which is the best. This one is 17 hours while the best will take 18 hours 35 minutes, which means that for only 1 hour and 30 minutes waiting you will save almost like I think $270. So it's completely worth it. So if we will go back to the best and choose to sort, you can sort these best based on earliest takeoff, earliest landing, or slowest. So of course people may prefer to search based on these first 2 options. You can also choose to filter your results based on the stops, the number of stops, the assistant if you want carry-on bag or checked bag. You can also choose the time of taking off from Cairo and the time of landing in Dallas. You can choose a specific airline. You can choose specific airport, duration, layover. You can filter based on the price, on the cabin itself, as we did before: economy, premium economy, business, and mixed. You can choose the layover airports, the flight quality. Some flights will have Wi-Fi lights only, some has red eyes, some has longer flights, flights with self transfers. So you can filter based on these things, and once you are settled with a result, you can click on view deal, where it will give you all the details about this flight. And now you can see the breakdown of your flight, starting from the takeover from Cairo at 12:10 a.m. Then the first stop in Istanbul, layover in Istanbul. Then after about 5 hours, we will head back from Istanbul to Dallas. So there are about 3 hours and 25 minutes layover in Istanbul between Cairo and Dallas, which is the one stop that we chose. So you can see here the total cost of your ticket. You can see the packages that are available with this flight: only one cabin package and 2 checked packages. More than so if you increased above this, you will need to pay per package, but these are the packages that are available with this flight. So you have other options, like if you want to protect your bags, you can pay for $23, so that if something happened to your bag, you will get a compensation of $500. So it's something like insurance. And if you don't want this insurance, you can just choose not to pay the $23 and just wake up for your packages and concentrate not to lose them. Now you will need to insert your contact info, your passenger info, and if you want to add more passengers, and if you are satisfied with these entries, you can click on continue and proceed to the payment. You can also see the amount of time left for you to reserve a specific flight, after which it will not be available. You can also check your trips from My Trips here if you have any kind of reservation that you did before. So this was the flights. So we talked about stays, flights, and car rentals. Now you can also check the attractions tab, which I like a lot in Booking, because it gives you like the recommended places that you can visit when you go to a specific country. So for example, if you are just traveling because you have like a work offer, or you have a business in a specific country, you are not going because you are a traveler, and you are not going because there is a specific sightseeing that you want to check and visit. So this tab will give you suggestions about places that you can see if you are already on a travel to a specific country. So for example, here you can see like different places that you can go in Egypt. You can also see destinations like Cairo and Sharm el-Sheikh. You can also see more destinations in each of these continents. So in Europe, it gives you like each tourist, or each place which is mostly visited by tourists. So for example, in Europe, you can see that almost London is the most visited, I think, 3,889 things to do. Wow, Rome is even more tourist friendly. Rome is huge, to be honest. It has about more than 6,000 places to visit. Yeah, I think Rome is the highest rated one so far. So if you want, you can just use this guide, and if you want to head to Rome, for example, you can click on here, where you will find all the attractions related to Rome. So not only it will give you the results of places, but it will also give you results of tours and services. So you can see that there are services that are mentioned in here, like the bus transport between the airport and Rome. You can also see places, and you can see, I think you will find also housing in this section. So if you are searching for, like we said, we are searching for a place, not a service and not a housing. You can go to museums, art and culture, or tours. So for example, you can choose our topics based on the suggestion of booking.com or best reviewed. However, I recommend you to use topics for, of Booking. So here you can see that this result got the number 2 in the bestseller. Where is number 1? Bestseller is airport bus transfer, so this is the bestseller, but it's not the most viewed. You can see that there are some other places that are better viewed, like the Vatican Museum. This is the most reviewed place. You can go there, and you can also click on it to see the availability. You can visit it for only $55, and you can see the reviews in here. You can also check reviews of what guests liked in this place after also reviewing the pages or the photos. So here you can see that Arnold said, "I appreciate your help. We avoided much trouble and wasted time. Everything is worthwhile." Another one is saying it was easy to collect tickets and was accessed the QE with ease through the helpful representative, I think. So you can check all the comments from different users about what they saw good about this place. You can also see that there are free cancellation available. You can check the duration. It takes from 1 to 3 hours to visit this place. You can also see the available timing for your ticket. You can also see what your ticket is including and what it's not including. So it includes skip the line admission and to the Vatican and to the Sistine. I don't know what this place, because I'm not a traveler. And what is not included, which is St. Peter's. Next is the accessibility, health and safety restrictions. So in this restrictions tab, you can see that all the things that you shall not do, like not bringing valid photo ID, like getting late so that the event is less than 15 minutes to start. You can see all the rules in here and additional information. You can see the location, and you can see the user rating, the number of reviews, and what is the most impressive about the service. You can see that it's a good value, it has good facilities and ease of access, and what guests loved most. You can see other photos and frequently asked questions. You can also choose the number of tickets and if there are any childs, and proceed to payment. So you can do the same exact thing to all the places in all the continents. If you are interested in North America, you can see that almost New York is the highest, is the largest number of things to do. You can do the same thing. You can click on New York, where you will find many places that you can visit. So you can see that there is Summit, when Vanderbilt tickets, there is New York City Statue of Liberty, which we all know. So you can find that here The ticket is $35 only, and there is also free cancellation. Duration is 1 hour and 30 minutes. So you can do all this to all the continents all around the world. And as I told you, if you are interested in a specific destination, like a work destination, you can just click on the destination here and select the date of your travel, and it will suggest so many places for you so that you can visit. If you are not a traveler, or if you don't have much information about this country that you are going to visit, it will give you all the things that you can do in this place. So in Dubai, for example, you can see that the best thing you can do is to visit Burj Khalifa, which is, by the way, the highest tower in the world, even higher than the Empire State. So you can explore all these places. And if you ask me about my dream destination, I will choose North America, to be honest. So you can see that New York was the best, and Statue of Liberty was the most visited destination in there. However, I'm from Middle East, so let's see what is the most visited destination. You can see that there are 3 places which have the same number of things to do. Dubai, as we saw, Burj Khalifa, Abu Dhabi. The best thing is there. I think we visited Abu Dhabi before, not Dubai, but in Dubai. So I think Burj Khalifa is in both of them. I don't know how, but maybe it's an error or a bug in booking. And Ras Al Khaimah, you can see that the most visited place in there is also Burj Khalifa. So I believe that because maybe the 3 places are in the United Arab Emirates, it confuses Burj Khalifa in the 3 of them. So this is the most commonly visited destination in the Middle East. So the final part in this booking episode is the airport taxes. So it's pretty much the same as car rental, but it's a taxi. That's the only difference. So you can choose one way or return. You can use the pickup location. Let's say Cairo, for example, and the destination is maybe Alexandria. Tulip Hotel in Alexandria. Pick the place, and you can just use one way, so you will not have to add a return. And the number of people, let's say 4 for example. Then click on search and see the available taxis at this date. So we have this people carrier with 4 seats and 4 suitcases. And there is also free cancellation, and this is for 49.4 euros, I think. You have standard, you have large people carrier, so you can pick one of them. And if you have a children, you can request a child car seat. You can add a comment for your driver, for example, making sure that the air conditioner is working or something, that the driver is non-smoker. You can just write any special requests. Then you can start searching for the departure airport and specify where are you flying to, or just enter flight number. So if you like this trip, you can just click on continue, and you will proceed to payment. So this is pretty much everything you need to know about Booking.com. Then there is just one missing part, and this is not for travelers, but this is in case you have a property that you want to sell on Booking. You can just go to my Booking there, make sure that you have an account, then go to your account, choose my account, then list your property. And now you will have to register. You can register for free. You have 45% of hosts get their first booking within a week, which is attractive to apply for Booking. So if we click on get started now, and after signing in completely normally, you will find this page in which it will ask you about the type of property that you want to list. So if it's apartment, for example, let's choose it because this is a quick start. You can click on list your property, and now it will ask you whether it's just one apartment or you have multiple apartments. So let's keep it simple. Then one apartment where guests can book the entire place. Does this sound like your property? If it's not, you need to make a change, and now it will make you return back to the original page because this is not an apartment. So if I clicked on no, I need to change, it will ask you about homes, hotels, and alternative places, because apartments are completely rented by singular family or singular visitor or singular client. So if we choose one apartment, then choose continue, now it will ask you if the property is listed on Airbnb or Vrbo, which are both services that also display apartments for rent. So you can speed up registration by importing it directly to booking.com. So if you don't use these services, you can just use the choice of my property isn't listed on other websites. Now it will ask you about the name of your place. So let's name your apartment something like a title, like luxurious apartment in downtown, for example. Then it will ask you about the address. So let's just write the address of the apartment. Floor number optional, let's write it. The country, the city, and the postal code. I just moved the pen by mistake, so it changed the whole address, so I need to rewrite it. So I'm going to write Egypt. You can also specify where exactly in Egypt. So this is the exact place, and after inserting the exact place, it just auto-filled the whole data. So I'm going to just remove this name into an English name so that anyone can understand it. Then click on continue. Then it will ask me whether I want to connect this listing to my channel manager. So this is basically a third-party tool that if you are not using, just say no, I won't be using a channel manager at this time. Then we have finished the basic information. Now we will need to insert the property setup. So you will need to give some information about your property. So in this case, my property is just one bedroom. Which beds are available in the rooms? There are 2 single beds, or 1 single bed and 1 double bed. You can also access more bed options. We have also 1 sofa bed. Click on save. Then where can people sleep? In bedroom, and 1 sofa bed in living room, and I'm going to remove the sofa bed in the bedroom. Then other spaces not available. Now you can proceed to the next step. How many guests can stay? 4 guests are enough. How many bathrooms? 1 bathroom. Do you allow children? Yes. Do you offer coats? No. The apartment size is about 60 meters. It's just a small apartment. It's a studio. Now it will ask you about some features in your property. So there is air conditioner, there is heating, there is kitchen, flat screen, swimming pool, there is balcony, garden view, and we can keep it that way. Then it will ask you if you serve a specific thing. We do not serve breakfast, and there is parking and it's free. Do they need to reserve parking spot? No reservation. Where is the parking located? On site. What type of parking is it? Public. Maybe let's make it private. Then languages. Do you or your staff speak Arabic and English? Then if smoking allowed, yes. Parties, events allowed, yes. Allow pets, no. Or maybe yes, upon request. Are there additional charges for pets? No. Check in from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Checkout is also from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then it will ask you if you want to add more details for your listing so that guests will know more about it. So you can click on the property, for example, if you want to add any information. However, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to press on none to just add this later and skip to the next stage. Now it will ask you about photos. And now I'm going to upload some photos on the account that it will not exceed 47 megabytes each. So I'm going to get all these pictures, and you can see here that it has been downloaded, and this is gonna be the main photo. So if you want another photo to be the main, just drag it like this until it's in the front. So if you are done, you can click on continue. And now it will ask you how you receive bookings. So there are some organizations that need first a request from the guests so that they can approve on it before approving confirm the reservation, and some others which is the most commonly found on booking, that once a guest books, it will be instantly applied. So I'm going to choose the first option. So the payment is gonna be online. I'm by credit card at my property. This is another option, but of course online is going to be better because booking is going to be intermediate between both of you. Then you need to place a price for the guests per day or per night. So let's say $25 for example, and now you can see that booking will get 17.4% commission. So your net payment is going to be only $20. You can also apply 20% discount, and there is a snaky step that you can do, which is instead of writing 25, you can just write 30, so that you will get the same $25. And this was going to be the price that you will put anyway, but you just made it in a way that appears as a discount, which will attract more people. Then you can click on continue. However, booking will warn you that the median of this kind of property is only for $10 per night. So if you are exceeding this value, you are risking not to get accepted by, or not to get an attractive or much frequent reservation on your property. However, I'm going to proceed with this value and click on continue. Then it will ask you about the cancellation policy. So here cancellation policy is that it's free for up to day before their arrival, and within 24 hours will have their cancellation fee waived. So this is the most commonly accepted policy in booking, and as you can see, 91% more likely to get bookings if you agreed on this cancellation policy. However, I'm going to change it from 1 day to 5 days, for example. Click on save. Then you can choose price per group size or just one price. So I'm going to keep the price the same and click on continue. Then the first day that guests can check in as soon as possible. How would you like to open updates for booking? Continuously extended. Do you want to sync your availability with another website? No. Do you want to allow 30 plus night stays? Okay, no problem. Maximum number of nights, I will just leave it as 90. Continue. And now the final information is that you need to get to write legal information. So you need to check, or you need to write whether this housing or this property is owned by an individual or a business. So I'm going to pick individual. Now it will ask you about the first name, last name, date of birth. Then date of birth, and if owners go by an alternative name or names, please provide these details. Just skip. And now you are almost there. You need to confirm that it's only owned by individual. Then you need to write the ID number, the middle name, the last name on the ID, the email, the number, the country, the address, the city, and the postcode, so that they make sure you are a legit person. And once you approve these details, your booking will be listed successfully on booking.com. And this is how easy you can use Booking either as a visitor or traveler and as an owner. So that's it for this video, guys, and hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in more tutorials. Until then, take care and have a beautiful day.